Good morning, neighbor. Welcome to Hickory Hill. We're here in the Panhandle of Florida, and I've got a little trailer modification to make, and you can come along with us and have a look at the materials we've got. We decided to change out and put a quieter water pump on it. The other one sounded like I don't know, a jackhammer going off maybe. So I got this one. Not quite sure if it's going to be the right thing or not because it's a little bit bigger than the original. So I bought this, and we had a whole group of parts and pieces ordered to try to put it all together. We got these. Then I got a quick connect for an additional water outlet other than where the sink is feeding the water. So my wife wanted a spray wand as well so that she could work because the sink's so high. And so we got this little small spray wand to be easy to handle. I'll pull it out and we'll look at it later. But anyway, this is what we're going to do, and come along with me and we'll show you the back of the trailer here, a little off-road camper we've been modifying for the last 2 years. This is the back end. So as you can see, where the kitchen comes out, you got the sink here. Originally there was a stove top here, and the stove was a little bit on the high side, so we took it out, and it had a bunch of loose parts and it would fall out, so we were not going to use that anyway. So I took that out because we built a table rack on the other side for a stove to work, and we're just using this for storage now and also access to the storage inside. So we went on the inside, put some LED lights with a magnetic switch on here. And as you can see, we can get a lot more storage inside. But now I've got to change it. I've got to take everything out. I got to take this old pump out and see how we're going to end up. See, here's the original pump, and I've tried to isolate it and couldn't quite get it quietened up, and it's not going to work for us, and I'll use that pump on a sprayer maybe. But I'm going to reconfigure everything in here, put the new pump in, and put an outside quick connect over here on this side for a plug-in for a spray wand, so we can use it on a little side table possibly, or whatever we want to use it for. So that's the project. So I'm going to step out now. We're going to drain the water tank. I'm going to strip everything out of here, and when I get ready to reconfigure and put the new pump on, we'll cut back to that.
Dry fitting.
Yeah, it's trying to figure out what works best and still have access for replacing or making any modifications later. Really not necessary to put Teflon tape on that, because that's not the seat. The threads are not the seating section of that. Much better screwdriver. No cry. Go ahead. Oh, look what my sweet wife brought me. The good screwdriver. This old one kicked the bucket years ago. Bought this one. Works so much better. So much more torque. Does a great job. No cry. Not crying better. Okay, we've got it hooked up. Got the inlet hooked up. This will be the discharge. So I'm going to do this reconfiguring here. This is where it's going to get pieces for it. These are my faults. You can never get these little Ziploc baggies apart. They never. There we go.
Tell me again why it didn't make a difference whether it's standing up or laying on its side. Like
Because that's a diaphragm pump. So that it's got a diaphragm, it'll pull a suction from anywhere. Okay. So it doesn't require a position. It's a positive displacement pump, and it has a self-regulating pressure setting in it. So once there is pressure, it shuts off. It's like any water pump in any RV. It has a maximum pressure shut-off switch. So this is the quick connect that hooks up, and it's going to be mounted out here. So it's easy access from the outside. So I've got to configure the hose T connections on the inside to match up. So there's a fitting here. I may have to relocate this piece or take it completely out. Really don't need it in here. These were some of the first modifications we did just to store things inside the camper. So there'll be a nipple coming out here. This is to tee into this, and then a hose drops in from here, goes down and ties in to this. This hose goes to the sink. So I've got to make some cuts. To reduce.
And that's what you're calling a wire loom.
Well, it's the cable protector. And without, that's not going to work out well with that until I'm going to have to put some tape on it. Always fold the tip of the tape over so you got a pull tab on it. It makes life a little bit easier. Trying to get the start in this stuff is always a little bit frustrating. Find the center of it.
Especially when it's unraveled halfway.
Yeah, really.
Okay.
Well, once you get it started, it will slide right on. And it works really good. And that stuff is so tough you can't hardly cut it. The only way you can take a pocket knife, you can't hardly cut this, but a pair of scissors cut it in too. Okay, let's move this back. Now we can pull this back off. See, that's easy to get a hold of the tape now. I'll take this piece of tape and just hold this back out of my way until we get the wire connectors on. Now, let's see.
How's that little doodad work? With your
Crimper?
Crimp it, no, the little blue thing.
This is an electrical butt connector. So you just put this on here, crimp it on, crimp the other wire in. Now you've got an electrical connection you don't have to worry about. And these are shrink wrap type, so you can heat them up in shrink wrap, which we'll do in just a minute. But put it together first, and then we'll.
So there's little metal pieces inside that.
There's a metal tube in here. You crimp this in on both wires, and that connects the wires electrical. Then you heat shrink these, and that seals it up to eliminate corrosion. These work pretty good. So far, they're working pretty good. Not having any problems with them, but hey, who knows? Just and the key is getting, and these are probably not the best crimpers, but they're better than what I had before. So they don't damage, they won't damage the heat shrink that's on here. And that was the problem before. I had the cheaper ones. You'd put those on, and when you'd crimp it, it would tear the heat shrink apart, and you'd have a bare spot on it. But these seem to work pretty good now. There. And now, let me go get my heat gun, and we'll melt those down. Nope. Heat it right up.
Good thing because it's hot out here.
There we go.
Perfect.
Gun cool down now. So there we have that. Connections made. We'll let that cool off for a minute before we finalize that side of it. Meantime, take a little tape, trim this up, get that wild hair off of it, and take that off. That looks like a frayed Q-tip there, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Let's fix that.
It's a long Q-tip. Those wires are already attached to the panel on the outside.
This is coming from the motor, from the pump. This out here goes to the switch, which goes to the distribution panel outside fuse box. So keep these inside here. And just pull it off enough. Take this off.
So the tail of that runs through that black tube into the switch.
Right. You've got the hot wire goes to the switch, which makes the connection to turn the pump on and off. Here.
extension for the quick connect.
This is the discharge of the pump. So it's going to come over here. We're going to have a T in it right here. And then there'll be a short piece of hose, and this will be sticking in from the outside. There'll be an elbow shooting through here. So I've got to touch hose and get this all fit up. I've got to make sure that this drops down vertically and ties in here, because I'm going to take this. I'm going to go ahead and put this, I'll mount this to the wall to keep it out of the way. Put this 90-degree elbow on here so I can run that hose up like this. Tools. It's a snug fit. Should work pretty good, huh? What do you think?
Looks like it. So that little spyglass on the,
Spyglass.
well, I call it spyglass
You talking
because of
about
the pool. Yeah.
That's a strainer. That's a strainer. See,
So just,
that catches any particulate before it goes into the pump.
I never noticed it before. It had all that other stuff in front of it.
Right. This is the new one. The other one is with the other pump. I just left it on here.
Yeah.
I want to fit this so it's really tight in here. Try to save space in the floor for us to lay, for storage.
And not pull it loose.
Right. And let's see, I think that'll be right there. I'll be able to take care of that. Now let's go ahead and try to configure see how long the piece we're going to need up top. For the T, because I want this T and right through here somewhere. This on this little fat.
Using your hygrometer on that measurement.
Yes. How perceptive it is. Good, good. Let's try this. Let's try this one, and if it doesn't work, I'll just cut it off. I don't know if that's going to print down enough. Let's have to see. guess, I don't know. It's pretty smooth. I believe it.
It looked like it moved some.
Yeah, I think that's going to do it. What do you think?
Well, wait.
Yeah, that was my thought exactly. Okay, let's go with this. I think we can go with this length right here. I'm going to flap that off. There. Push that one away. Anything, put a crimp on first? Maybe?
Maybe.
Yeah, let's try that.
Unless you want water going everywhere.
Yeah, and we've had that before somewhere, I don't know. Now, this, I think, piece of tubing dropping down in this direction.
Is that the PEX tubing you're using?
No, this is not
Just
PEX.
regular.
This is like flexible polyvinyl chloride with reinforcement on it for pressure. So, yeah, let's get a measurement here. This will go that way. Flatten this thing off. Now, let's try. Two of those. And then what do you think? Something like that? I think that'll work.
It'll be snug coming off that end.
Oops, not that one. Let's go ahead and prep this. I believe that, yeah, that has enough flexibility. I'll put a strap on this like that and hold this in place down here after we get these crimped in place.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and get this one going. Appears the batteries are okay.
Yeah. Never knew that thing had a battery. Not that I ever used it.
Okay, let me locate some of these clamps. I'll go ahead and clamp this in place for right now. So, hold a bit.
You're clamping the tube to keep the...
Yeah, I'm gonna clamp that up out of the
Yeah.
way. Let's see.
Yeah. That'll work.
There. Now, I need a 90-degree. Our project may have come to a screeching halt.
Why? Missing an elbow.
I do not have a half-inch 90. I've learned that when you're drilling with these hole saws, once I penetrate the other side, if I reverse, I won't have a ragged hole on the back side. It's a lot cleaner like that. We're talking about the installation.
So you installed the quick connect.
Okay, yeah. So we've installed the external quick connect coming from the pump. This is the secondary supply from the pump. First supply goes to the sink here, and then we can quick connect here for an external spout. I can either hook a garden hose to this with a quick connect, or our little spray one, which you can wash dishes off to the side. So I'm thinking that I could go ahead and recirculate the water in here and have hot water, and we can use this for a shower pump as well. I have a shower set up, but if I can utilize this instead of setting the other one up, this may be a little bit handier, and I can utilize the 2 5-gallon cans on the side of the trailer to refill this and just use this pump. So that's where we are now. We got one more fitting to put in, one jumper hose to set in here, and it's complete. I can fill the water up, test it, check for leaks, and then we can go ahead and put all the storage facilities back in. One thing to note here is how I put, these are my 2 1-pound gas cylinders. I built a rack in here to store, these are refillable 1-pound cylinders, so I can pull these out, utilize these. I found that it's easier to use these than to run a long hose off my small tanks. Because when I run a long hose off the small tanks, I always lose the gas that's in the hose, but these screw directly onto the gas, to the scuttle that we use. Okay, now let's get some hose cut from this. Do you like it? Okay, final hose proofing, and let's see what we have here. Excellent. Look at, this is our external sprayer. There we go, quick connect, spray button. So you can wash dishes, do it up here, whatever. But one thing we need to do Here's the support for it. I think what I'll do is take the screws out of this piece, replace them with different screws, and mount it to here so we can just hang it on here like this. But my issue is I believe this is a little bit too deep to allow
The
to
door.
close the door.
Yeah.
So I may have to either trim this off or countersink this wood. The only other option would be,
But do we want all that extra hose hanging when it's mounted?
it's only when you're using it.
No,
Take this
okay.
off, roll it up, put it in the bag inside. Or we can just hang that there, like that. What do you think? I mean, I can shorten it so it's like, so it fits like this. And we can just hang it here. Why don't I just do that? Because we can take, we might forget to leave it on there. And then the bump.
You will until you close the door.
Yeah, and then it'll tear the door up.
No.
We don't need to do that. What do you think? You just use that. So, okay. The bracket to hold the wine, we're just going to hang it over the door for now, and we'll just take it off and unplug it and store it when we travel or when we close the kitchen up. Right now the pump is on, there's no leaks, it's working, and this is what it sounds like when it's running. I'll recirculate. You hear it running? It's quiet.
Yeah, it is.
It's a lot quieter. It's got a lot higher flow too. I think this one's like 3.5 gallons a minute. The other one's a gallon a minute. So this should work out good for washing dishes. I can hook the garden hose to it, a little small battery powered pressure washer. So a lot of times we'll go camping, we'll leave the camper in a spot and we'll take the vehicle off-roading and do a trail rides, and we'll come back and it'll be muddy. So this will be handy so we can put the garden hose to it, a little pressure washer, save water, and get the mud off the door handles, and or we can get in and out of the pour runner. So that should take care of it. So this works out good. Just pop that loose. Now, see, it's finished.
Yeah.
Stash it.
And it's clean install.
Okay, that concludes the pump change out and installation. All I have to do now is go ahead and put the tray that holds our induction cooktop. I'll put that tray in and store the rest of the little containers and the paper towel. This is the paper towel dispenser here, so paper towels stay in here and they'll just slide right in there. So we can use it. But that's pretty much has it. That's got this taken care of, so we don't have to fool with this for a while.
Turn your light strip on. See if it lights up. In different colors.
Okay, use the floor light, foot light, rock lights. And that's the pump.
And
And
you
that's
hear
it.
that pump?
No,